It's 5 minutes with me.
You are listening to 5 Minutes with Marko, and I am the artist formerly known as Marko. Welcome. Today, I'd like to talk to you about something a little counterintuitive, something I'm calling the downside of being well resourced. I mean, what youth worker, young or old, small church or large church, progressive or conservative, paid or volunteer, wouldn't like to have a bit of an increase in resources for their youth ministry? You might be thinking, nope, I'm good. I don't care at all that we have quite literally no church budget to spend on youth ministry. I don't care that we don't have a room to meet in or give a little personality that reflects teenagers. I don't care that the only piece of technology available to us is a 40-year-old overhead projector with a burned out bulb. Sure. If you're agreeing with that in any way, let me just come right out and say, you're lying. If I offered you a few $1,000s or a sweet place to meet in or a sexy laptop and a flat screen TV mounted on a rolling cart or whatever other bit of technology would spark your pilot light, you'd take it. You might demur a little bit, hem and haw once or twice. You might even say, well, we don't really need this, but you'd take it anyway. Honestly, I get it. I've spent decades trying to weasel more funding, better space, some piece of technology that would at least bring us into the early 2000s. Resources make ministry easier, right? Maybe, but there's a shadow side to being well resourced. Here's a bold statement. American youth workers are universally more well resourced than youth workers in any other country. I love interacting with youth workers in other countries. It keeps me curious and helps me to question some of my own assumptions. And I'm consistently refreshed by the joy and resourcefulness and lack of pretense of the under resourced youth workers I meet on these travels. Case in point, I've often done youth ministry training in Latin America. A conversation about budgets and youth group rooms and allocated technology would simply be met with blank stares and bewilderment. They've got nothing resource wise. And while might not be excited about swallowing the pill of what I'm about to say, I can tell that these under-resourced youth workers are better for it. Their ministries might not be as slick, but they might not be able to pull off much in terms of flash and wow. But at the end of the day, I think I need to call them blessed. And here's why. Over and over again, I have seen the resources of American youth workers quietly and seductively become the focal point of hope. I'm not saying that all American youth workers place their hope in salaries, budgets, rooms, and tech, or that no youth workers from other countries don't have a misplaced hope. But I am saying, with some level of certainty of conviction based on the observation of thousands of youth workers, resources can rob you of well placed hope. Once a youth worker acquires resources, they can quickly become demanding mistresses begging for more attention. And even more dangerous, awesome resources constantly whisper to us, if you see good things happening in your ministry, it's because of me. Finally, looking at hope theologically, biblical hope always implies some ongoing longing for what we don't yet have. So, if you're one of the few with a good amount of resources, beware. Be intentional about viewing your resources as a tool and not a source of hope. And if you're under resourced, rejoice. You are blessed. Hey, you might know that the youth cartel's main thing, the thing that we founded ourselves on is the youth ministry coaching program. It is a year-long leadership development, a whole life leadership development program for youth workers in a cohort approach with 10 youth workers in a group that meets on a learning journey 6 times over the course of a year. And man, we've had 800 people go through it now. And I can't tell you how consistently I see significant transformation in the lives and the ministries of the people who are a part of it. It's such an honor to be a part of it and to walk together with youth workers. We're always trying to fill cohorts. Let me tell you some of the ones we're looking to fill right now. We've got a Western Pennsylvania, like Pittsburgh area one that's getting pretty close to being filled. That one's going to be a hybrid cohort with 3 in-person meetings and 3 online meetings, which makes it more accessible for a lot of people and also a little bit less cost to it. a Sioux Falls, South Dakota cohort. I know that sounds random. There were lots of reasons why we tried to start one there. That one's been lagging, lingering at about half filled for a while, and would really love to see that one move forward. Again, that one is also that hybrid approach, which means it's a little less money, and 3 in-person meetings, so you could potentially travel further. We've got one in Springfield, Illinois that's the same. We've got a Raleigh, North Carolina cohort forming that, and one in North Georgia, Atlanta area. We're thinking about reopening a San Diego one and a Denver one. All of those, just kind of let me know. Reach out to me. If you have any questions about this program, I'd love to connect with you. It's just the coolest thing ever. Hope you'll consider joining us.
The Youth Cartel Podcast Network.